If you want to become a successful trader, you need to focus beyond the immediate profit. Successful trading involves shifting your focus away from solely making money. Immediate pursuit for profits can lead to poor decision making and losses. We need to prioritizing making well-researched, informed, and strategic trades. We need to conduct thorough analysis and research before executing trades. We need to follow a well-defined trading strategy that suits to our personal risk tolerance and goals. Consistently apply trading rules and principles to guide decision making. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI'S.com with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's see the charts. SPY on the daily, as we can see, finished with a doji, 445 to the downside, 450.80, 451 to the upside, still resistance in the past 4 days. Let's see continuation above 451 towards this gap at the 455, or breaking below the 445 to the downside. We are heading towards this gap at the 443, but if you are a premium member in the Fibonacci Discord, we have took one trade today. After several days, we took no trades. We have been waiting for this relief bounce. We knew and we were prepared for this relief bounce, and as we can see, we got this relief bounce from, we entered at a 446.40 and all the way towards the end of the day. We never stayed to the end of the day. We always closed all our day trades 30 minutes before end of the day. So we got some nice bounce. You can check the links in the description below to become a member of our premium Discord. QQQ. Doji, another doji of this trend line. This short-term trend line helps us to identify the lower lows, and this trend line over here helps us to identify the lower highs. The price is sliding down on this trend line. We need to close this gap. This gap is still open. 368.70 gap is still open. Qs tried, but bulls defend the 369. Now let's see continuation up and above towards the 376. Follow price, use levels and trend lines as your guide for future price action. No other indicator. With all due respect to all these hundreds and hundreds of indicators, no indicator without any doubt can give you with high probability where price might be heading next. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, take example on the IWM. We said that once the IWM will break below the 194, it will go towards this purple trend line and will try to fill the gap at the 190. Well, here we are. Purple trend line holding the higher lows since May. Doji bounce, doji bounce, doji. Can we get a bounce? Long above 194, weekly close below this purple trend line, and of course this gap will get filled, and then we will be heading towards 187 and back to the 180. But for now, trend lines, Fibonacci. This is all we need to really understand where price might be heading next. With high probability, of course, everything is not 100% bulletproof, but it is the highest probability where price will be heading next. Dow Jones moving sideways. We had a gap over here. Dow Jones closed this gap the intraday and bounce back above the 352. Now let's see continuation back towards the 357. We can clear this Fibonacci, and now we can take swing low, swing high, close the gap at the 50% retracement. Now let's see continuation above the 353.90 towards 356, but overall Dow Jones still moving sideways. Bitcoin tried, went all the way up towards the 330,200, got rejected. Not surprising because this area of the 3200, if you look left, from support, resistance, resistance, now once again got rejected and looks like an inside day for now. Still have almost all the day left, 21 hours left to this candle. For now, inside day. Ethereum, same thing, tried to break above the 1860 but got rejected. Why? Because this 1860, as you can see, is a very important level of support and resistance since April. Every time price, you can see that this area, price like to hover around up and above or lower than this 1860. Now, once again, 1860, rejection. 1814 needs to hold. Crude oil went down and went back up inside this uptrend channel, uptrend until proven otherwise. We can see some kind of a sideways move, price action, price range is getting tighter and tighter. Look for a major move coming ahead. Where? No one knows. All we can do is follow the trend lines. For now, until proven otherwise, trend lines tells us the story. Oil is in an uptrend. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Below this trend line, we are heading towards the 81, 79 and all the levels to the downside. Breaking up and above the 83.30, we are heading towards 86 and then 90 together with this trend line to the upside. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, help me grow this channel. Let's grow our community of traders who are their own indicator. We stop following others to tell us what to do. We follow others to get ideas, perfectly fine. We follow others to learn, to get education, get mentorship. But in the end of the day, it's up to us. We need to become our own indicator. We need our own set of rules, technical side, and of course the psychology behind trading, because each and every one of us is different. Apple, Doji below the 180, 176 gap is still open. We are waiting for this gap to get filled and then bounce back up. Amazon, 3 consecutive dojis below a trend line. Let's see if bulls have enough power after this gap up post earnings. Will bulls continue their journey above the 144 towards 149 and then 155, or if they will give up on this 139 and this 139 will fail to hold, we're heading back towards the gap at the 130. Remember, more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. Look left, where price came from and where it might be heading next. AMD, 106 to the downside, 119, 120 to the upside, sideways move. If you want to go long, it's not rocket science. We need a break and close above the 120. You want to go short, it's not rocket science. We need to wait for a break and a close below the 107. Now, where price might be heading next, we can take Fibonacci, of course. Swing low, swing high, and now if 119 to the upside, 123.40, and then 133. Below 107, we have 101.70, and then To the downside, 93.64. It's not rocket science, it's only technical analysis. And once you understand the in-depth relationship between candlesticks, aka pure price action, trend lines, Fibonacci levels, that's it. This is all you need to know. Nvidia, what do we see? Lower highs, lower lows. For now, Nvidia is in retracement. 5 consecutive days between the 436 and the 455 below this white trend line. You want to go long on Nvidia? We need to wait. For what? For break up and above this white trend line. 2 or 3 days, prefer. No rush, no FOMO, and then we can go long. Meta, sideways move, still in an uptrend. This is why we have the trend lines to help us to identify the trend. This is why they are called trend lines. And as long as this lower uptrend line is holding the the higher lows, we are in an uptrend. If you are waiting on the sidelines for Meta, we can clearly see a sideways move between the 311 and the 326. We can start small size, long, above the 319, 2 to 3 days above the 319, small size, and we can increase the size above the 326. Of course, everything you see in here, it's my opinion only. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own due diligence. Check the links in the description below if you want to take your trading journey and your financial freedom in your own hands. We have the one-on-one mentorship live or same program but pre-recorded, your own time, 6 hours, 49 lessons, everything you need to start your journey to become your own indicator, take your own financial future in your own hands. And of course, both programs comes with lifetime access, guaranteed support, guidance, all Discord channels until you will say to yourself, I need no one else. I have all the rules that I need that suits me. Google trend lines shows us the way. For now, retracement towards this purple trend line. This purple trend line goes way back. March, held each and every time, held the higher lows with a doji bounce. Now let's see if Google is going back to this purple trend line and then bounce for the next leg up. Microsoft, you know these lines, you know these trend lines, you know this Fibonacci, you know everything because you saw previous videos. And this red trend line, price continues to slide slowly towards the 316. This 316 gap, in my opinion, needs to get filled and as soon as possible, and then next leg up. Tesla, nothing much. Inside day, we have this short-term downtrend channel, and as long as price is inside this channel, no long position. Netflix, sideways move, as we can see since end of July. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive days, sessions without any significant move. Long above the 447 towards this gap at the 468. Retracement, continuation below 427 towards this gap here at the 409. Below this gap at the 409, we are heading towards this red trend line. This red trend line helps us to identify the higher lows since, as you can see, July of 2022, more than 1 year. This trend line is holding the higher lows. Shopify, Continuation to the downside, breaking below this trend line. 54 is the next support. Below it, 51, and then the gap at the 58. Coin, we can see downtrend. It's not really a downtrend, it's a retracement after this crazy bull run from beginning of June, from the 49, 47 area all the way towards 114. Now retracement, long continuation only once this channel will break to the upside, and then we can take Fibonacci that will show us the next support and resistance for future price action. Lift, this is also on my close watch list. Trend line, bounce, and once again bounce. Post earnings, let's see tomorrow can lift herself back all the way towards this upper red trend line. So hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, and don't forget to check the links in the description below. Choose your own path for your own financial freedom. Until the next video, stay safe.